Good morning to all. Today we are discuss about transformer rating. The kilovolt ampere rating and voltage rating of your transformers are marked on its nameplate. For example, a transformer may carry the following information on the nameplate: 10 kilovolt ampere, 1100 slash 110 volts. What are the meanings of these ratings? The voltage ratings indicates that the transformer has two windings, one rated 1100 volt and the other for 110 volts. These voltages are proportional to their respective number of turns, and therefore the voltage ratio also represents the turns ratio. A is equal to 1100 divided by 110 is equal to 10. The 10 kVA rating means that each winding is designed for 10 kVA. Therefore, the current rating for the high voltage winding 10,000 divided by 1100 is equal to 9.09, and for the low voltage winding is 10,000 divided by 110 is equal to 90.9. It may be noted that when the rated current of 90.9 amps flow through the low voltage winding, the rated current 9.09 will flow through the high voltage winding. In actual case, however, the winding that is connected to the supply, called the primary winding, will carry an additional component of current, excitation current, which is very small compared to the rated current of the winding. The maximum flux density in the core of a 215/3000 volts 50 Hz single phase transformer is 1.2 Weber per meter squared if the EMF per turn is 8 volt. Determine first one, primary and secondary turns, second area of the core. In solution, E1 is equal to N1 into EMF induced per turn. N1 is equal to 250 divided by 8 is equal to 32. Then N2 is equal to 3000 divided by 8 is equal to 375. Then induced EMF E2 is equal to 4.44 F N2 BMA. Then second voltage 3000 is equal to 4.44. F means frequency, 50 into 375 into 1.2 into A. Then A is equal to 0.03 meter squared. And then next simple problem. The core of a 100 kVA 11,000 divided by 11,000 slash 550 volt 50 Hz single phase core type transformer has a cross section of 20 into 20 centimeter. Find the number of HV and LV turns per phase. The EMF per turn maximum core density is not exceed 1.3 Tesla. Assume a stacking factor of 0.9. What will happen if it is primary voltage is increased by 10%? No load. Maximum flux density Bm is equal to 1.3 Tesla. A is equal to 0.2 into 0.2 into 0.9 is equal to 0.036 meter squared. 11,000 is equal to 4.44 into 50 into N1 into 1.3 into 0.036. N1 is equal to 1060. Then 550 is equal to 4.44 into 50 into N2 into 1.3 0.036 is equal to N2 is equal to 53. N2 is equal to K into N1, that is equal to 550 divided by 11,000 into 1060 is equal to 53. EMF per turn is equal to 11,000 divided by 1060 is equal to 10.4 volt, or 550 divided by 53 is equal to 10.4 volt. Second one, keeping supply frequency constant. If primary voltage is increased by 10% of magnetizing current will increases by much more than 10%. However, due to saturation, flux density will increases only marginally, and so will they edit current and hysteresis losses. The next topic, no load test or open circuit test. This test is performed by applying voltage to either the high voltage side or low voltage side, whichever is convenient. Thus, if a 1100/110 volt transformer were to be tested, the voltage would be applied to the low voltage winding. Because of power supply 110 volts is more readily available than the supply of 1100 volts. A wiring diagram for open circuit test is shown in figure. Note that secondary winding is kept open. Therefore, from the transformer equivalent circuit of a figure 21.11, a equivalent circuit under open circuit condition is shown in figure. The primary current is exciting current and also losses measured by the wattmeter are essentially the core losses. The equivalent circuit shows the parameters of RC and XM can be determined from the voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter readings. Note that the core losses will be same whether 110 volts are applied to the low voltage winding having smaller number of turns, 1100 volts are applied to the high voltage winding having the large number of turns. The core losses depends on the maximum value of flux in the core, which is the same in either case. The diagram will be represented for open circuit test. From the input supply, single phase supply, ammeter, wattmeter, primary side voltmeters are also connected. Then secondary side will be open circuit. Then next V1 is the input side, I1 is the primary current, then RC is the core loss component, XM is the magnetizing component. No load or open circuit test. Wiring diagram for open circuit test, equivalent circuit under the open circuit test. Short circuit test. This test is performed by short circuiting one winding and applying rated current to the other winding as shown in figure in the equivalent circuit. Transformer, the impedance of excitation branch, shunt branch composed of RC and XM is much larger than that of series branch composed R equivalent and X equivalent. If the secondary terminals are short circuited, the high impedance of the shunt branch can be neglected. The equivalent circuit with the secondary short circuited can thus be represented by the shown in figure. Note that since Z equivalent is equal to R equivalent plus J X equivalent is small, only a small supply voltage is required to pass rated current through the winding. It is convenient to perform this test by applying a voltage to the high voltage winding, as can be the parameters R equivalent and X equivalent can be determined from the readings of voltmeter, ammeter and wattmeter. The diagram of short circuit test, single phase supply, ammeter, wattmeter, the input side high voltage winding, then output side lower voltage winding. The next equivalent circuit, input side voltage and current R equivalent and X equivalent. Short circuit test, wiring diagram for short circuit test. Another one is the equivalent circuit at short circuit conditions. Next, simple problem. Example, the test performed on single phase 10 kVA 2200 volt is equal to 220 volt 60 Hz transformer, and the following results are obtained. Open circuit test, short circuit test. Open circuit test, high voltage side open. Short circuit test, low voltage side short circuit. The voltmeter 220 volt, 150 volt. Ammeter 2.5 amps, 4.55 amps. Then wattmeter 100 watts, 250 watts. First, derive the parameters for the approximate equivalent circuits refer to the low voltage side and the high voltage side. Second one, express the excitation current as a percentage of the rated current. Then third one, determine the power factor for the no load and short circuited test. Solution, note that for no load test, supply voltage, full rated voltage 220 volt is applied to the low voltage winding and the short circuit test applied to the high voltage winding. With the low voltage winding is shorted, the subscripts H and L will be used to represent quantities for high voltage and low voltage windings respectively. The ratings of the windings are follows. VH is equal to high voltage is equal to 2200 volt. VH is equal to high voltage is equal to 2200 volt. Low voltage is equal to 220 volt. Then high voltage current is equal to 10,000 divided by 2200 is equal to 4.55 amps. And IL is equal to 10,000 divided by 220 is equal to 45.5 amps. Then VH IH is equal to 10 kVA. That means power rating of 10 kVA. The equivalent circuit and phasor diagram for the open circuit test are shown in figure. Then power is equal to V squared L divided by RCL. RCL is equal to 220 squared divided by 100 is equal to 484 ohm. ICL is equal to 220 divided by 484 is equal to 0.45 amps. IML is equal to IL minus ICL is equal to then 2.5 minus 0.45 is equal to 2.46 amps. XML is equal to VL divided by IML is equal to 220 divided by 2.46 is equal to 89.4 ohm. The corresponding parameter for high voltage side are obtained as follows. The turns ratio A is equal to 2200 divided by 220 is equal to 10. RCH is equal to A squared. RCL is equal to 10 squared into 484 is equal to 48,400 ohm. XMH is equal to 10 squared into 89.4 is equal to 8,940 ohm. The equivalent circuit current low voltage winding shorted as shown in figure. The first equivalent circuit no load, then primary current VL IL, then RCL XM is equal to the equivalent circuit of the phasor diagram, then current and ICL current and IML current. The resultant current means load current. In the equivalent short circuited low voltage winding, the input side means resistance and reactance, and the next refer to the voltage side means then VL is the load voltage and 484 ohm and 89.4 ohm, then reactance of the resistance and reactance of the secondary to primary, then high voltage side to primary side, then power is equal to PAC is equal to I squared H is equal to R equivalent, then R equivalent is equal to 215 divided by 4.55 whole square is equal to 10.4 ohm. Z equivalent is equal to VH divided by ISH is equal to 150 divided by 4.55 is equal to 32.97. Then inductive reactance is equal to Z equivalent minus R equivalent 1 by 2 is equal to 32.97 minus 10.4 whole square is equal to 31.3. The corresponding parameters for the low voltage side as follows. R equivalent is equal to R equivalent divided by A squared is equal to 10.4 divided by 10 squared is equal to 0.104. X equivalent is equal to 31.3 divided by 10 squared is equal to 0.313 ohm. The approximate equivalent circuits refer to the low voltage side and the high voltage side are shown in figure. Note that the impedance shunt branch is much larger than the series branch. From the no load test the excitation current with rated voltage applied to the low voltage winding. I5 is equal to 2.5 amps. This is 2.5 divided by 45.5 into 100 percentage is equal to 5.5 percentage of the rated current of the winding. Power factor at no load is equal to power divided by voltage ampere. Then 100 divided by 220 into 2.5 is equal to 0.182. Power factor of the short circuit condition is equal to 250 divided by 150 into 4.55 is equal to 0.315. Power factor value. The next one, voltage regulation. Most of loads are voltage regulation. Most loads connected to the secondary of transformer are designed to operate at essentially constant. However, as the current is drawn through the transformer, the load terminal voltage changes because of voltage drop in the terminal impedance of the transformer. Consider the 2.14 where the transformer is represented by a series impedance Z equivalent. If a load is not applied to the transformer, open circuit or no load condition, the load terminal voltage is V2 is equal to V1 divided by A. If the load switch is now closed and the load is connected to the transformer secondary, the load terminal voltage V2 is equal to V2 divided by NL in plus or minus del V2. The diagram will be represented for the input side V1, then Z equivalent means the transformer parameters, resistance and reactance. Then V2 side means secondary voltage side, another one is a load. Then V2 is a flux linkage from secondary to primary, V2 dash, then I2 is a current, then I2 is a impedance diagram represented, then supply voltage V1, then V2 lagging the current I2, V1 lagging the current I1 in voltage regulation. A figure merit called voltage regulation is used to identify this characteristics of voltage change in a transformer with loading. The voltage regulation is defined as the change in magnitude of the secondary voltage as the load current changes from the no load condition. This is expressed as voltage regulation is equal to no load minus full load divided by full load into 100. Thank you.